Hello, fellow Nigerians. I'm Emmanuel Abagre. I've made some series of videos just before the election, and for some time I felt like just keeping out. I'm a minister of the gospel, but then, you know, when I look at some of the things going on, I just couldn't keep my mouth shut anymore. You know, when I see what is going on in our beloved country, you know, the flawed, you know, election, and how shameful it was conducted, and how even some so-called pastors were justifying, you know, such an act, it really made me to feel like just staying away. But you know, when you are a true Nigerian who love your country, you can't keep quiet. Because yes, I'm out of Nigeria, I'm in South Africa, but there are so many people out there that are suffering, you know, under the present regime. Yes, they told us that it was next level, and we can see the next level of kidnapping, we can see the next level of killings, and the next level of everything. In fact, even Buhari himself has failed to proscribe even his Fulani headsmen, kinsmen, you know, as terrorists, because he has an agenda, of which we know he has an agenda. And I'm not here to actually, you know, bring down anybody, you know, but what I'm trying to say is that we are not sincere with ourselves. We are not sincere with ourselves. And until we are ready to do so, we end up becoming the mockery of the world. You know, I believe that my calling as a pastor means I should be ready to speak the truth. You know, this fake arrest that was just carried out on Omoyele Sowore is a shame. It's a shame to the Nigerian government. And I think that if there's anything they need to do, is just to release him so that there will be a peaceful protest. Nobody say they want a change of government, even though we want it, because this government is a scam. It's not a genuine government. Nigerians did not vote massively, as they said, for Muhammadu Buhari. And my pain goes, you know, towards our vice president, who before the election was busy sharing money, and he defended it as traders' money. He defended it as traders' money. But what happened after the election? There was no more sharing of money. Traders' money died then. And you come out and justify what he was doing. You know, I think people like that should just resign. They should just resign. I have stopped respecting you as a pastor, you know. With all due respect, I've stopped respecting you as a pastor. I think you are just one of them now, politician. You are not there for God. You are not there to represent God, you know. I'm fully in support of this revolution without ammunition, because Nigerians need to be set free. If we have been clamoring for the end of colonialism in Africa, and eventually we now become slave to our own people, then there's something wrong. There's something very, very wrong. You know, I think every Nigerian should rise up, you know, and stand for their rights. You know, stand for your rights, because once upon a time, we were told we're the leaders of tomorrow. You know, and we thought when we get close to the corridor, when we get close to a certain age, it will just be given to us. But we discovered that it's not going to be so. When I look around, I see men that are almost 50 years old, not able to feed their family, not even able to even marry, you know, in Nigeria today, you know, and some other people feel comfortable about it. It pains me. This broadcast is to sensitize every Nigerian. I think they're just trying to make Nigerians to intimidate Nigerians so that the protest of tomorrow will not hold. But I think It's time to rise for what you believe. Wherever you are, stand for your right. Don't be afraid of the gun. I always tell people, death is as simple as sleeping in the night and not knowing what happened again to your life. You know, it's just like you don't remember your bank account, you don't remember anything when you sleep. That's how death is. So a man died once. A man died once. And our leaders already know that once they shoot a gun, Nigerians are scared. It's time to look at that bullet in the eye and still demand for what you believe in. We're not saying carry gun, we're not saying destroy anything, but go and claim your right. Go and stand for your right. Look at the shameful defense of the burial of the Nigerian soldiers that died. I lost somebody there. I lost an in-law there, you know, and the government are defending the fact that it did not happen. What a shame. What a shame. How can you bury your own soldiers, you know, secretly, so that you pretend to the people that you have actually defended and you have actually ended the Boko Haram terrorism? It's time. It's time. I'm telling you, it's time for us to take that which belongs to us. The future of our children and grandchildren yet unborn is at stake. If not, one day we'll wake up to discover there is no country. And that's not what we pray for. That's not what we pray for. It's time. If Buhari will be there, let him make sure he use his executive power to make sure we have true federalism. To make sure we have true federalism. Let every state stand on its own and let the power leave the central. Because what he's doing, I don't think there's anything called fighting corruption there. You know, I have pain in my heart. I've been praying and praying, and I know, based on what the Bible tells me, my prayers have been heard. And that's why we can see the various, the various agitation and unrest going on. People are hungry and are tired and angry. Please, let's do something for our dear nation. The whole Africa is looking on to Nigeria. You know, the whole of Africa is looking on to Nigeria. It's time for us to free ourselves from the hand of these men who have no vision for our children yet unborn. 16 million children out of school. Look at what is happening. Nigerian army being killed everywhere, just anyhow. We have, headsmen with AK-47 killing people here and there. That's not the government we think of. I think if Buhari wants to do the right thing, it's either he endorsed true federalism, so that every state will stand on its own, as it was, recommended in the 2014 conference, and at the same time, mean it. But if not, resign. There are far better people. Look at a young Nigerian lady was made a minister in UK. Can we have that happening among us? Look at the new list of even ministers that he released. What happened? Corrupt men were those that were there. Men who cannot even stand for the truth. The likes of Keyamo, who we should think that is a young man that should stand for the future of Nigeria. All of them were there. Men, corrupt men, whose names are all in EFCC. Of course, not all. Yet the man who says he's fighting corruption has made them those that he wants to give portfolio to. This is a shame. Please, all Nigerians, rise up. Soldiers, rise up. Soldiers' wife, rise up. I had a video that even their wives are not being compensated for those whose husbands were killed. They were not compensated. They're stealing our money. Instead of them to be sincere about all this, they're stealing our money and deceiving Nigerians. Soldiers' wives, soldiers' children, rise up for the future of your children and your unborn children. The Lord bless you. God bless you, and God bless Nigeria. Thank you.